Hi guys, it's Ashwano. How's everyone doing? Good, 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 I hope. I might try and sing it in future. Maybe not. Anyway, today I'm reviewing another Etat Libre d'Orange fragrance. It is La Fin du Monde. This is a good one. This one is true to Etat Libre d'Orange's style. Really fun story. Really fun note list, and I've enjoyed wearing it. I've smelled it so many times, but I've been wearing it a lot more recently in the lead up to this review, just to kind of get in there, you know. So this one came out a while ago, 2013. It's not one of their new ones by any means, but it's not always about the new stuff. I always say that. The perfumer is Quentin Bisch, real famous guy. He works for Givaudan, one of the biggest perfume companies out there. He made Angel Muse for Terry Mugler. He also made another great one by Etat Libre d'Orange, which I have, which is called Marquise de Sade. I love it. And yeah, so La Fin du Monde, it is the end of the world. So this has got a fun story. It's really about viewing the end of the world as a cinematic experience. So it's about maybe watching a film about the end of the world in a cinema. That's what they went for. They didn't go for the typical kind of thing, I guess. But that's, you know, Etat Libre d'Orange to a whole. They don't do that. They don't go for the typical thing ever. So anyway, let me tell you the notes and things will start to come together. So the notes are popcorn accord. Of course, if you're in a cinema, what do you buy? Popcorn. Then you have carrot seeds, which is, I found out today, also known as Queen Mary's something, and also bird's nest. Yeah, speaking of birds, Beau's here to stay. Then you have cumin, you have sesame, you have black pepper, freesia, vetiver, sandalwood, ambrette, which is also known as muskmallow. Perfumers use it in place of musks. And then you have iris or orris absolute, and then they say cannon powder accord, which I guess is gunpowder because of, you know, explosions, boom, everyone dies, all that stuff. I would really like to know what perfumers put into an accord to create gunpowder. If anyone knows, please let me know. I would be interested. So how does it smell? I have read the bumps about this fragrance, and they designed it to be close to the skin. That's kind of the feeling of it. So they already tell you that it's not going to be a super projector, but it's definitely an interesting one for sure. So the main things I smell here are orris. So orris is the star of the show. If you like fragrances that contain iris, orris butter, orris root, all of those things, you're probably going to like this. However, this orris to me, while orris can be buttery, makeup-y, lipstick, warm, smooth, powdery, all of those things, a colleague of mine thinks that this is a buttery orris. I think it's more on the papery side. I think it's drier. It's a dry, papery orris feeling in this fragrance immediately. So to me, it's more like reading a book about a film that's about the end of the world. I just totally inceptioned everything. 3 levels down. Inception perfume. So you immediately get this orris note, which is great, and then you get a couple of things that I think pierce through the orris. I think it probably would have been buttery, but this gunpowder accord, I can smell carrot seeds. Sorry, itchy eye. Carrot seeds, gunpowder. I don't really smell anything kind of dirty like cumin. I don't smell freesia. I really don't smell sandalwood either, or vetiver. This is really about orris, gunpowder, carrot seeds, and like I said, those notes pierce through and keep this crisp, piercing and sharp. And it's really, really cool. So let's talk about the popcorn. So the popcorn accord in this is something that baffles me a little bit. It's one of the notes that kind of goes in and out of focus on different days. Some days I can feel something that's savoury, and some days I can't feel it at all. If you are thinking that the popcorn in this is going to be that obvious savoury, buttery popcorn note that I have smelled in some other fragrances, it really isn't. The popcorn accord is something that in here that's almost a phantom. So some days when I smell it, depending on the weather, I can feel somewhat of a savoury feeling in the background, but that could also be coming from carrot seeds, because carrot seeds give an earthy feeling, they give a savoury feeling to a fragrance. And for instance, today, I don't really smell it. It smells a lot woodier today. It smells like a dry orris, woody, gunpowder and carrot seed fragrance. but sometimes I can feel it there, and it's kind of cool when it happens, but it's never a super prominent thing. It's not something, I mean, it's the wacky thing. There's a couple of wacky things in here, but this is probably the wacky thing that makes it stand out, because, you know, it's about a film, watching a film about the end of the world with popcorn. I just feel like I wish it was a bit more obvious, but to me, I don't really feel it. Only certain days. Maybe days when the universe is maybe gonna end. I don't know. I also feel that this fragrance is super linear. It's actually one of the most linear fragrances I've smelled from Etat Libre d'Orange, besides Marquise de Sade, because Marquise de Sade is actually one single note, as far as I know, which is labdanum. Amazing, love it. Anyway, back to this one. I sometimes get a tiny bit of a sour tang from it, and I'm not sure what that is, but it's definitely there. I'd like to smell carrot seeds on their own to really kind of delve in there. Maybe I should do that in one of my spare minutes that I have in my day, but right now I think I've pretty much summed up the way this smells. It's a close to the skin one. It's got a kind of cold feeling. It's almost, to me, got a touch of sometimes what I describe as being icy. I don't know, it's weird. It's like a cold gunpowder orris carrot seed thing with a sometimes savoury popcorn thing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The longevity is there for me as well. I get about 7-8 hours out of it, but like I said, it's not a super projector or anything like that. It's a close to the skin, but quite long-lasting fragrance. Medium, I would say, all around. Still a very interesting one, and it's fun. I like the story, and they did deliver on many levels in terms of the theme, so yay for that. Anyway guys, I hope you like this review. If you want to get this fragrance, head on over to natino.co.uk. I will post a direct link in the description box. I'm Arch 110, trying to make the world smell better, one video at a time. Goodbye.